Okay, hey everybody. This is Grace. I had this on my mind mainly yesterday, which was the day after Thanksgiving. And that is about when you're around people who have some type of disorder. Okay, or people, plural. Not the same disorder. Say one has, maybe a personality disorder, maybe actually diagnosed with a personality disorder. The other one has a different type of disorder. Okay, and you do not have, you may have like anxiety, something like that. But other than that, you're clear of anything else. And you don't have any other disorder, you have anxiety. Okay. From basically dealing with people like, say, these other two. Okay, two or more. Depends on if you, like, some people that grow up in a dysfunctional family, and maybe the people aren't actually even diagnosed with anything. Some may be later on, but when you're young and you are dealing with them, okay, that car, you better stop. But when you're dealing with them and things just are too, you're caught in the middle, like maybe you're their scapegoat, or you're just their punching bag. They think they're the type who really has to they monitor everything you do. They watch you. Maybe they watch everybody as part of their disorder to see, when anybody messes up, and then they're going to pounce on it and make fun of it and just keep going and going. Part of this dysfunctional family thing that or they'll bring up stuff that happened many years ago if you've been around. But whatever way they're going to do it, and say if it's a dysfunctional family or your in-laws, and they do stuff like that. They watch for anything. They watch for anything they can make fun of, and they're grown adults. But they may even have grandchildren. But they're supposedly, age-wise, they're grown adults, but mentally you have to question. And they do this stuff with like mean girl stuff. Yeah. Okay, now some of the things that have been on my mind is that, say you've gone year after year after year, you're a grown adult yourself, or whatever, but you've gone year after year, and you know the pattern, you know what's going to happen. It's the same thing every time, that this is going to happen. And say one of the one that doesn't have the personality disorder may be like a parrot to the one who does have, not parent, but parrot, P-A-R-R-O-T. Okay, right? I haven't spelled parrot in so long. But, they not mimic them. They just repeat whatever that person says. Say it's somebody with, who's borderline or histrionic or whatever, and they're that type, and they just, the other person, the person with the personality disorder, and they just continue to, they're the ones who like to make fun, or they cause trouble, and or on and on and on. Well, that person with a different type of disorder may just repeat the words, the attitudes, everything of the person with the personality disorder. Okay, I've been irritated while trying to make this video, like sneezing, coughing, allergies, this kind of thing, and having to cut it off and almost losing my voice, one thing after another. Plus the sun's right in my left eye. So wow, I'm trying to make this video concentrate driving, that's the most important thing, and then just talking. Anyway, so year after year after year, let's say holidays, whatever, birthdays, special occasions, you learn the score, you know what it's going to be, and you just don't want to feel that anymore. And I'm saying you, I don't mean you, I don't know you. It's just the way I, talk about stuff like this. But year after year. So some people, they may just say, that's it, I'm going no contact with them. I know personally, I did the thing of disowning, which is the wrong word. We don't own anybody. But disown them during the holidays, because I'm not getting in the middle of all that chaos. You know, I'm not going to be a part, I'm not going to be the scapegoat, I'm not going to be this. But it's not always that easy. Yeah, like making this video has not been all that easy. But anyway, so these things have been on my mind. Man, this video is going to be really messed up. But the whole thing of it was, what if you can't? What if it isn't like you can get away? You know, you can't. So, I mean, you could if you just, I mean, maybe have to disrupt your whole life and cause all kinds of problems for yourself. But say you're that person that just has anxiety because if you've dealt, or, you know, too much stress, you've dealt with this before too many times, and here you are having to deal with it again, you know, something like this. And, you know, one of them, say one or more, has this dysfunctional behaviors, maybe diagnosed, like I said, with some kind of personality disorder. They're very mean girl, mean boyish, whatever they can do to hurt or harm you or embarrass you in front of the others, they will, whatever it is, the case. And then there's that one that's going to just parrot it, you know, be a mimic, just repeat the same thing and laugh about it. Think it's funny that they don't have control over that. Okay, they don't have that kind of control. They'll just repeat what they've heard. You know, especially the one that they closer than I thought. That one. Okay. Yeah, I decided to go a different way, and wow, I didn't realize how close it is. But anyway, since this is not making sense, I'll try it later. Talk to y'all another video. Bye. Okay, so what I was trying to say in a video I just had made, but so much was going on the whole while, was that, you know, during the holidays when you have dysfunctional family or dysfunctional family in-laws around, and there's at least one, you know, at least one that has a personality disorder, and at least one has some kind of other disorder that they basically mimic what someone else says, parrots them. It just says the same thing. They don't have control over it. And these things are very hurtful to you or whomever, you know, whomever. And how does a person reconcile with that? And knowing that these people are disordered, and in many ways they're not going to change. They're not going to stop doing what they're doing. In other words, it's going to be this way. And this was what I was trying to say was nobody has an answer for everybody, you know, nobody. The people who say, well, all you have to do is wow, you know, that can lead to some very dangerous things. Seriously, you know. So nobody should be saying that. You know, nobody except maybe a judge or something along that line. But maybe a police officer at a scene. You never, you know, something like that. But I don't know. I'm not saying any. I'm saying nobody. But anyway, you know, unless they are involved or whatever, whatever it is, wherever you live, that's legal for somebody to say that to you. But anyway, you know, just that, how does a person deal with it? Now, I'm asking myself, is what I'm doing here. I have had to learn. I'm not suggesting this to anybody else, like I said. But I have had to learn, and it's difficult. It is very difficult when the same kind of thing, when they're, like I said, when they're really, it's verbal abuse of some sort. You know, cutting you down, you know, making fun of everything you do. You know, the mean girl, mean boy type. You know, somebody who wants all the attention on themselves and they don't care how they hurt or harm anybody else. You know, that kind. But anyway, or just, you know, just someone who doesn't think before they speak. They'll point out flaws to try to lift themselves up. You know, so they will look better. They'll point out your flaw if you have any, even if it's not even your flaw. they may, do the projection thing. It's theirs, but they're going to put it on you. And during the holidays, special occasions, whatever, to have to know that year after year, after year, that it's going to be this way, and what to do about it. Like I said, I'm not saying any suggestions or advice or anything. But yeah, it's trying to keep that in mind, that they are disordered, that they cannot change. They will, the ones I know. I'm talking about the ones I know. I have known for many years, since birth. They're not going to change. They never change. They worsened, in fact, some of them over years. So, I'm going to go here, maybe. Let me see. I had to take a real quick cut here. Oh no. Okay, but yeah, to learn and to get into my mind. These people, whether they're just even over the phone, whether they call you, they send you text, whatever, and that they're very pointed, very rude, very whatever it is. I have to keep reminding myself that they are disordered. And that is so I can enjoy a holiday without all that on me. You know what I'm saying? All of the bad that they do, they say, they whatever, it's because of their disorder. That's a very tough thing to do for some. And for me, at times. Other times I say, God, gotta remember this, gotta remember that. I'm not, the behaviors, I'm not making excuses for behaviors. In a way, I have to, because like some people, they don't have control over it. They just don't have control over it. So what do you do? How am I going to do it? Okay, I just, that whole thing of no good deed goes unpunished. I just told this guy that there's a bad odor. It smells like sewage. And I don't even know where that would come from. Maybe the car wash? I didn't even know the car wash worked. So, but he was like surprised. But, just the kind of give me a feeling like he didn't really think that it was true. So one of these things I'm going to learn not to warn people or tell people that something smells. I have a very sensitive sense of smell. So I'm not nose blind. I don't wear... Adam and I have been talking about this. Well, I explained it to him lately that... See, I don't use... For years now, I have not used... anything. I have used free and clear laundry detergent. So there's no fragrance, no dyes, anything like that, no odors on it. To me, they're odors. They're not nice scents. So I don't use any, and so I'm not nose blind to things. I actually smell, which means the odors are actually there on these products that I smell them on, or outside, and I smell it. They're there. And I told him, I said, for me, I'm just saying for me, that also since I've got low sodium on what I eat, anytime I eat something that has like, many things these days have tons of sodium, but have the sodium on them, in them, cooked and stuff. I don't even cook with sodium. I never really did. All my life, I'm 60 years old. I hardly ever cooked with salt. And but now that I've been really low sodium, really low salt on anything, or low or no, I can't be 100% without, but still, I taste it. Oh my goodness, something like, oh man, it's the same thing. I quit drinking anything with sugar in it when I was 25. Like I said, I'm 60 now. And I think I was 25, 24, somewhere around there. I quit drinking. I lost 45 pounds in 45 days that way. I'm not suggesting that to anybody at all. I quit drinking anything with sugar. Wow, what a difference. And now, I mean, ever since then, for I don't know how many years of that, I'd say pretty much all of them, anytime I taste it, it's like, ugh, that just tastes like me drinking syrup. You know, you see what I'm saying? Well, I'm not taste blind to it. So, but anyway, where was it? Like I was saying, you know, whenever, in order just to enjoy a holiday, and I had made a video about how this time, they just sometimes, you know, this year, I've already seen things, experienced things. It's about ruining. That's what quite often they do. Their behaviors are just so bad. And then the other one mimics, or the other one can even cause it because they're very self-centered. And, you know, they basically have no control. And they make it miserable. You know, how miserable it felt and how it feels when this happens, that, you know, here it is, you know, these holidays and all that, but it's going to be around people who are disordered, who are not going to be doing things like in any way, shape, form, or fashion someone would consider normal. And yes, there is a norm, there is normal. Deviate too far from it and you might wind up in a psych ward. So, yeah. Some people say, well, there's nothing normal. There's no norm. There's no norm and normal are two different things, by the way. But you see what I'm saying. Anyway. But yeah, you know, I'm really having to work hard. You know, over the years I've had to. And I think now at this age, I'm more, it's actually not, I don't have to work hard. It's easier. But I do have to remind myself of that. It's not going to be, you know, it's like, you know, this 2 days after Thanksgiving, but Christmas coming up, it's not going to be normal. It's not going to be, you know, some people think that, oh, everybody's family is dysfunctional. That's not true. That is simply not true. That means that they really haven't seen anything that is normal. You know, how people say, you know, you see dysfunction, if you're raised in a dysfunctional family, there's a good chance that you might get into a dysfunctional relationship and then have your own dysfunctional family and carry on the family tradition, basically. Well, if people are saying, well, everybody's family is dysfunctional, it's that they don't know what is not dysfunctional. And people say they don't know that what is normal, what is not dysfunctional. So, you see what I'm saying? Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.